Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As I was introduced, I will be talking about activating methods in education for online safety. Activating methods are widely applied by the educational system and throughout this system because of the variety, because of the fact that they can activate pupils or students. And I was really unsure how you would welcome this topic, the methods which are part of your teaching work, and you know them by heart like alphabet. But I decided that sometimes it's good to repeat the alphabet to show various letters, various points of view on letters. And I do hope that, in spite of all, you'll find something interesting for yourselves. If not a novelty, then perhaps you'll find something that's worth going back to. The method, which in Greek, ancient Greek, stands for the road, I will take this road very quickly. I'll ride a bike on that road and just stop in some important points. But before I start my journey on this road, I think I'll finish with practical examples. Last year, I had the pleasure of lecturing here. I was talking about movement. Now I'd like to focus on discussion. And these will be methods that are important, and I think you need them in 21st century education. But please let me start like this. I have a kind request for you that I'd like you to be more active. And if someone feels that I'm talking about them, that I spoke something that they feel attached to, please rise and then sit down. So this will be this activity that I'm looking for. Perhaps you'd like to stand up if you had a morning coffee. Thank you very much. Now, those who've come by bus, could they stand up? Thank you. Who, like me, likes tomato soup with rice? Well, after this little exercise, who brushed the teeth this morning? Thank you very much. I hope that you feel activated. We've done some physical exercise. Now I hope there will be some intellectual entertainment. So get a piece of paper and a pen. If no, you can make notes in your head. You have 30 seconds to, as quickly, write as many words that start with the letter A. You have 30 seconds to put down as many A words as possible. This will be the 30 seconds of Bill Gates, so it's already over. Has someone managed at least 3? All right, let's go a bit further. Now please list letters that will be nouns, so names of animals, plants, things, and people. We want nouns start with K. Thank you very much. Probably you now have 3.5 words. And the last exercise, let this be words that finish with the letter Z for Zorro. Any examples? Zez. obraz, arbuz. Plenty of such words. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Since we have tested our writing skills, now let's write a sentence of 3 words, and each of the words should start with a different letter. I will give you the letters. The first word, B, Z is the second word, and the third word, L. Let's try to make a sentence. B, Z, L. 3 words starting with the letters B, Z, and L. It does not have to make sense. Do we have a sentence? Babcia zjadła lizaka. Any other sentences? Basia zna Leona. Bocian znalazł las. Of course, storks do find forests. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, let's make up a sentence. But now, the sentence will consist of 3 letters, and after the second word, you will have the number 38. So there will be word, 38, and a word. The beginning of the word is W, L, and the last word, A. Would anyone like to read their sentence? Waldek liczy 38 arbuzów. Thank you very much. I encourage you to do more exercise like that. But what have we been doing? I hope we are interested, we are activated. But there are 2 other goals. In the first exercise, I received information, I received opinion. Of course, I could have asked totally different questions, more diagnostic ones. And the second exercise is about memorizing or thinking of words. If I remember the starting letters of the sentence, I can create a password. I hope that now we can progress to a more theoretical part. I don't know if you can hear me all right, but because I'm moving. What are activating methods, ladies and gentlemen? Naturally, the definitions are abound. Now, 2 words are important: method and activation. The word method, which in ancient Greek means road, is about a way of doing something. Method was associated usually with the way of working, but it's also about directing a group. Activation is stimulating to act. In the case of education, when we talk about activation, it's about a certain synergy of the actions of the teacher and the student. So it is a set of methods which enable active learning. I would like to call it guidelines, thanks to which students, adults, or any other people can expand their knowledge. They can find out more, they can develop their ideas and boost their creativity. What is the main feature of those methods? The students' activity should be higher than the teacher's activity. It would seem that if students are more active than teachers, does it mean that teachers are doing nothing? No, to the contrary. In order to conduct classes like that, we are having to work very hard. as teachers. We have our own barriers to overcome. We have our own set of skills, our own will, and we also have to struggle with the time that we need to prepare such classes. If a teacher implements activating methods, has to be very active. Sometimes they have to be very active before a class rather than during the class. If you allow me, I'd like to tell you a short story. It happened in one of the schools in the Netherlands. I think the country is not important, but it was a situation where a teacher was working individually with a 10-year-old girl. The teacher was working on additional teaching classes in mathematics, so they were working on formulas with an X, with an unknown number. And when the girl had a problem to understand what the formulas are about, the teacher said, "Listen, I'm telling you this for the 10th time." And the child replied, "Yes, but you do it 10 times the same way." So reflection. Safety is in applying a variety of methods. Activating methods are also known as active methods. These are methods that we can apply a variety of methods of communication. But we have to remember the most important feature of it, a certain change of roles. In the industrial age, teaching was about memorizing and understanding. Nowadays, the set of skills has to be much broader. The set of skills of the student has to be more horizontal. It's not enough to understand. Hence, the teacher has to be the animator, observer, and participant of the teaching process. And the teacher has to be a partner. Partner does not mean a friend, a colleague. So if it's all up to the teacher, if the teacher is the advisor, the initiator, the supporter of the animation process, are all methods, therefore, activating methods? No, of course not. In the variety of teaching methods, you need a range of skills. My second question, is every method an activating method? Can it be implemented in an active way? Yes, for example, a lecture. The lectures are usually associated with one person talking and the others listening. But it can be activating, provided that it observes certain principles. It cannot be long. It has to be interactive. You need interaction between the speaker and the group. You need questions and answers. You also need additional stimuli, such as slides or movie clips. So the lecture can also activate you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the source of all activity lies in the need. So we need to create the needs. If we have a need, we also have to remember, as teachers, because you need to be well prepared, you have to remember about many additional elements. How people memorize things. In the slide, you have the Deos pyramid. You see the use of teaching of others helps you memorize things. Playing also involves good results. But if a lecture is delivered like this, do not ask questions. I will be speaking in a monotonous voice. You will not remember much from a lecture delivered in this way. Then you also have types of perception. There are people who can remember from hearing, from looking, from touching. There are also various styles of learning. You also have temperament types. So if we pay attention to all that, there's quite a lot of things to remember. So what is the solution? The solution is using activating methods, because through their variety, they enable us to reach various people, independent of their types and abilities. They also teach, improve, support those skills which are useful not just in school, but also in everyday life. What are the skills that I'm talking about? Logical thinking, reasoning, analyzing, behaving, replying, communication, creativity. So there's a whole range of skills. Now I will show you the key skills. I'm showing it very briefly because the key skills are the elements that have been part of our work since the 1990s. They are followed in the curriculum, they're followed at schools, but in the digital age, with the reality around us, with the progress of civilization, with the overflow of information, you will need the skill of using information. You need to collect information, but if you collect it, you do not only have to acquire information, but you also have to select it. You need to process it, and you need to be able to use it in the right way. Now we are moving to education related to the internet. I think we've seen that before. What are the functions of the internet? What do young people use the internet for? It's a source of entertainment, a tool of communication, a source of general knowledge, and the knowledge you use in school. There are, of course, plenty of opportunities on the net, but there are also threats. There are also risks. The internet is one of the biggest inventions of the 20th century, and there's plenty of benefits. It is important, it is useful. Therefore, you have to remember the fact that children's competence on the internet develop as the children get older. You need to pay attention to the fact that plenty of internet users are small children who do not have the set of skills that will enable them to use the internet safely. We've heard it many times before during this conference. You need to understand the methods of communication. And sometimes the children have not mastered these methods. At a time of a threat, there's no time for thinking. This is a thought of an explorer from Poland, Mr. Palkiewicz. He said that when you're in danger, you need to act instinctively, based on your experience, your habits, and your knowledge. Teachers, therefore, should work with children to develop the right set of skills to overcome danger. You need to educate children from the very beginning. You need to develop the feeling of safety, but you should also use all those methods of communication which make life and learning easier. I have split activating methods here. Of course, this division is artificial, but we can split them into three main groups. Problem methods, which are about having a discussion, conversation, case studies. The second methods are methods of expression and impression. We use drama, simulation, games. It's more about movement, about action. It's a method for the tactile people. And then you have methods of graphic notation. I will not discuss this slide, but I just wanted to show you the variety of the methods. Why should we apply those methods? Well, we're working in 3 dimensions: me, it, and a group. And I think it's high time that I discuss some examples. Please make a note of those names. If I'm unable to discuss them right now, search them up on the net. The discussion of 4 chairs. This is a group where students are discussing. There are 4 chairs, and there's a discussion between them. You have Słoneczko, which is a cascading work. We first discuss something in twos, then you create pairs. A 4-person group shares information, and the children make ever larger groups and discuss information. You also have a pyramid of values and 6 hats. And here I will have to finish as I'm running out of time. I'm a huge enthusiast of the topic. I would like to encourage you to use this method in conversations about threats on the internet. 6 thinking hats are about 6 ways to approach a problem: facts, emotions, optimistic approach, pessimistic approach, analysis, and the possibilities of fantasizing what if. I encourage you very warmly to use those methods and to look for information on the internet. Concluding, my last sentence from Confucius, my favorite Chinese philosopher: "Tell me, I will forget. Show me, I will remember. But let me do, and I will understand." Thank you.